Alrighty. So this is going to be a reading for my Taurus for September 1st through the 7th. Thank you so much for joining me back on my YouTube channel. We're going to go ahead and get straight into your messages for this week. Please keep in mind this is a general message, so everything I say may or may not apply to you specifically. So take things with a grain of salt. Everything may not be personally meant for you. And if you are someone who is needing personal guidance, definitely make sure you check out my information below in the description box as well as the comment section so you can go ahead and book your session, okay? So let's go ahead and get straight into the reading for this week. Taurus for September 1st through the 7th. Summarizing Venus Taurus for September 1st through the 7th. Taurus is the guidance. Taurus for September 1st. Okay, so let's go ahead and get straight into the reading. So the first thing I do want to cover, Taurus, is the message from your spirit guides is what they want you to understand, okay? So looking at this, it says, "Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right times just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt like you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender for whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you and will never ever run out of them, or you will never ever run out of them. You don't just get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, who guys. You don't just get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is in our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and wants to be expressed through you. You will be incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax." So sorry for reading like that. These cards are a little weird with the way that they're worded, but with this, there's a need for you to understand that your blessings will never run out. They just may show up when you least expect it. So allow spirit to guide you on the path that you're supposed to be on, and never doubt in spirit when it comes to them leading you on the right path. Even when it comes to a point where you're like questioning your path and not really understanding exactly, what exactly is going on, spirit's guiding you, okay? Now, beyond that, another thing I am seeing for my Taurus, what you guys do need to carry into this week, a lot of you, you're really trying to solidify yourself, right? In your career, in your creative endeavors. A lot of you just want to get to a good financial space, and with this enthusiasm to actually get to that point, I feel as if a lot of you are going to have your eyes on the prize and definitely have this like warrior spirit or this aggression or this hunger to get to where you need to be, which is very positive. This is what you need to actually reach a level of fulfillment and to actually get that reward that you're looking for. So if you continue to be hungry for your dreams, hungry for your goals to actually be accomplished, you will accomplish them. So keep sight in what you're manifesting, okay? Also this week, working on your throat chakra is going to be very important. Making sure that you're conveying your messages the right way to people, or that you're, speaking to people from a place of compassion, because sometimes people can take your words and misconstrue them, especially if they are being conveyed a certain way. Also, speak up for yourself. If you know that certain things you don't deserve or certain treatment you don't deserve, speak up for yourself. Do not close your mouth for anyone, basically. All right. Now, another thing I am seeing, there's a need for you guys to be patient as well when it comes to the full layout of your manifestations. You won't see things really fully unfold for you guys for some time, okay? And it is going to require you to be patient, but also to keep tending to your work, tending to whatever goals that you may have set for yourself so that you guys can see growth. Even though it may not be big, spurts of growth, it's definitely growth towards the path that you want to be on. Now, let's actually cover your love life and then we'll actually get into the rest of the reading. The cards that I have for the advice, it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself you can be true to others. Then I also have balance and it says, love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So when it comes to love, really make sure this week you're not making decisions based off of what you think is going to be beneficial for other people, but beneficial for you in the long term as well. Also taking in consideration of like not going back to situations due to the fact that it's familiar, just because it's familiar. All right. Because familiar situations aren't always the best. You may be familiar with the person's BS, but dealing with this person, constantly putting up with their mess, is just putting you in a cycle of reoccurring issues. And also there is a need for you guys to understand that sometimes a relationship is not always going to be a supportive, loving, awesome situation. Sometimes there is going to be challenges that pop up, and you need to make sure that you're understanding that and handling those challenges the best way of your ability, and not just, flying off the wall whenever there is challenges that come up in your love life. Now let's go ahead and do a full spread and see more in depth with what you guys are having to deal with. Taurus for September 1st through the 7th, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus, September 1st through the 7th. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus for September 1st to the 7th. Okay. So energy coming into this week, last week's energy, the guidance, the obstacle or issue that may come up, and the outcome of this week. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. So what I am seeing at the bottom of the deck, for a lot of my Taurus out there, you are really going to be putting your focus on work, like I said. Putting your focus on work. When it comes to emotional affairs, you may be kind of closing yourself in that area due to the fact that you may have been dealing with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be any of these signs. You could have been dealing just with anybody who you felt like was taking advantage of the love that you did have to give, or, people who weren't really that forthcoming with you as far as their feelings and whatnot. You may have felt some sort of way. With the Four of Cups in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse, you may have felt like you missed an opportunity with somebody that could have actually been successful. And you could be feeling like, you kind of dropped the ball at this situation. You could be wanting to go back to a situation that may actually not provide that much growth. So there may be a need for you to understand that. But coming into this week, I do have the Devil clarified by the Four of Coins in reverse. So you guys are in awareness of what toxicity you have around you with the Devil. This is also for some of you negative thinking or like drug addictions. For some of you, this could be drinking, smoking, what have you. This may even be like you being tied to a toxic relationship for some time and finally releasing that with the Four of Coins and the Knight of Coins in reverse. Realizing that there's nothing that you can work out with this situation. And that the best thing for you to do is to move forward, especially if you don't want to keep dealing with the inconsistencies with this person. This could even also be a Capricorn for some of you. But what I am seeing for last week's energy, I do have the Three of Cups in reverse. With this, you may have been in a space of wanting to reconcile with someone, but someone may have not been open to it, or vice versa. Someone wanted to reconcile with you, but you may have not been completely open to it because there may have been other people attached to it, or you just felt like it wasn't going to head into the direction of being successful. And with the Hierophant in reverse, you may have realized, look, I don't want to be in a committed relationship right now, and I just want to focus on myself. And you may have been in a purging state. Also, for some of you, you may have realized that you were dating somebody who didn't want to be in a committed relationship. This could be a Cancer, air sign, whatever sign, honestly. But what I am seeing for the guidance, I do have the Nine of Cups in reverse. With the Nine of Cups in reverse clarified by the Six of Coins in reverse, there's a need for you to realize that certain things didn't work out because it wasn't going to fulfill you anyways. And with the Six of Coins in reverse, this is like you staying out of situations where there's imbalances, whether that's like in the effort, you having to put in more work than the other person, or financially, you having to put out more than the other person. You just need to let that situation be so you don't put yourself back into a toxic situation that is going to be something you regret in the future. Now, for the obscure issue that may come up this week, I do have the Seven of Swords. With this is you dealing with somebody who's a little deceptive here, or somebody who is a cheater a little bit, okay? With the Seven of Swords clarified by the Page of Swords and the Seven of Coins, you may have some questions for somebody who may have done some deceptive things, and you may have to evaluate this relationship, and this may be kind of hard for you to do this week. Also, for some of you, like even avoiding somebody who doesn't want to talk to you, that may be kind of hard for you to do this week as well. But the outcome for this week for my Taurus, we do have the Hangman in reverse. With this, you will be seeing things from a different angle. You will get the clarity needed to release yourself from a very uncomfortable situation. And I feel as if for a lot of you, you will not be healing a situation with somebody who does want to reconcile with you. For some of you as well, you may not be completely healing from what you've gone through with somebody, and you may actually try to put yourself back into that. Be careful, because this person may not be completely truthful as well about certain things. So Taurus, that's pretty much what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. If this did resonate, please make sure you like this video and comment below and subscribe. And again, if you do want a personal reading, definitely check out my website as well as my Patreon to go ahead and sign up for those monthlies. For my Patreon users, we do send out personals now, so definitely check out that tier on the site. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, Taurus.